does it still make sense to work out or wait for AI to solve all of health's problems? In other words, is the utility function of a marginal unit of strength or cardio already changing so significantly that it would alter what would be the optimal behavior, the optimal ratio of work versus working out? It probably will pay to be rich. Right now, Brian Johnson is already, at least according to this test, which seems to be not the most scientific, aging at a rate which is, I think, 0.6. That's ridiculous. And also, why am I not, if it seems to be already possible? So, it not only would pay to be rich right now, but the more technology becomes available, the more it would also pay to be rich in the future. Thus the question is, what's the utility of working out? And I think now this mostly depends on the timelines. There is a movie, I think it's called Tomorrowland, or something like this, or maybe it's from another movie. I don't know what it is called, but people are living in the sky, and on Earth there are also people, and there are also aliens, but in the sky they have these pods. And so if you're sick, you go into one of these pods, and then they scan whatever needs to be scanned, and then they fix you. That's ridiculous, but also why don't I have one of these pods right now in my home? Probably because the technology is not available. But what I could already have is something similar, a very early stage of something like this, which is to significantly improve my sleep quality with a pod, or rather a maybe very early version of a sleep pod, which would be just a temperature-controlled mattress, which right now, if I would order the best thing on the market, would not fit into my home, because they don't even sell single mattress covers, but it probably would be an 8 sleep, and it would cost anywhere from 4 to 6 grand, which is ridiculous, and it's also a lot of money, and currently I don't have it. Sleep, for now, probably is the best tool to elongate in life. If I don't work out for a day, it might have downstream consequences of disrupting my sleep. But if I optimize for good sleep, then I also kind of need to work out, because otherwise my sleep quality will not be as high, but only to a certain extent. The question is, how short-term are the negative effects of not working out? How fast will my VO2 max drop? And the answer is very quickly. So it again depends on the timelines. If we, as estimated by many, achieve AGI in 2026, then what? Then what? I still have bruxism. My teeth are already quite degraded. My metabolism is already quite degraded. If I smile, then I have the wrinkles of a maybe 40-year-old, but I'm only 29. I often think that my body is kind of falling apart right in front of my eyes, and I try to hold against it with working out. And to a certain extent I also know that it works. I increased my VO2 max Garmin running estimate from 52 3 years ago to, at peak, about 1.5 years ago, 59. ChatGPT roughly estimates that each milliliter roughly correlates to 2 months more lifespan. The main problem of betting on AI is that it's not a very conservative argument. Do what you can with the things that exist now. Therefore, it seems to be the most optimal strategy, i.e. not waiting for AI to solve